I was doing a video before and then the phone rang. I had to drop the video and take the phone call. So today we're going to talk about insurance on the truck for bobtail and physical damage. Now, when you get a loan through the dealership, for example, and the bank on the loan application is going to ask who your insurance provider is before they even approve the loan. So you have to meet the bank's requirements. And typically, when guys are leased on with Crete, they buy a truck from Crete through the Crete Truck Purchase Program. They're a rookie owner operator. And then they get their insurance through Crete with a company called Capital Casualty. Capital Casualty is a standalone company, but they're very closely tied to Crete. There's some limitations there with Capital Casualty because they only provide upwards of $500,000 liability, and the bank lenders often require $1 million worth of coverage. So right off the bat, you would not be able to use Capital Casualty on your truck purchase to get your loan approved through the dealership. So you're going to have to find your own insurance. Um, so I called 10-4 insurance, and then I called OOIDA, and then I'd compare it and contrast, see which one's better. OOIDA just crushed it. 10-4 was twice as expensive. Uh, it just it was I'm sure it's good insurance, but it's very expensive insurance. So I decided to go with OOIDA, and the bank accepted OOIDA. That was key. They have to give the insurance company has to send the bank a certificate of insurance. So and then that becomes part of your loan application. So the bank won't approve your loan until they get that certificate. So OIDA is sending them a certificate today, so that'd be fantastic. And the cost for me, it's based on your age, your driving record, what kind of freight you're hauling, a lot of requirements. But for me, it's less than $240 per month, for example. That includes physical damage and bobtail insurance. And that's actually cheaper than what I could get through Crete and Capital Casualty. So it was quite a deal. And that's because when you become a member of OIDA, you get all the member discounts. They have discounts on insurance, health insurance, and on truck insurance. So you're getting all the discounts on truck insurance. And the thing to keep in mind with OOIDA is they represent drivers' interests when legislation is going through Congress. So if you don't like speed limiters, and you want English language proficiency, and you want you know things to address non-domiciled CDLs, and you want truck-friendly legislation, then you should support organizations that look out for the interests of truckers. And one of the big ones is OOIDA. So not only are you getting competitive insurance, but the money they get from you for your insurance, they're applying it towards representing your interests in front of Congress. So that is a tremendous win for you as a driver. So you're getting great insurance, great price, and representation all in one. So you can't beat that. I can't imagine you getting anything. You can't get anything better than that. That's as good as it's going to get. So other things with this insurance, it's like has $1 million liability limit, $1,000 deductible, which is great. Uh, they have a tow reimbursement of up to $750 part of the policy, no cost to you. And they have some add-on things for a minimal charge, anywhere from $5 to $50 per month, or maybe a little bit more. You could add on all kinds of extras. You know, um, like downtime pay, for example. So they're definitely worth giving a call and checking out. Now, I'm not an insurance agent, so I can't explain it in great detail. I just know the basics, and for what I need, they provide, great value for the money. And they're very competitive. I can't find a price better than what they have. And so it makes me very happy to be a member of OOIDA and get my truck insured through them. I think this is fantastic. And I think it's better coverage than what I had previously with Capital Casualty. Capital Casualty is okay. I mean, they're set up to go with the CREAT truck purchase program for that first time truck buyer, that rookie owner operator. That's perfectly fine. Nothing wrong with that. But as I often recommended, your second truck, you should be looking to buy a truck from a dealership if you can, because CREAT and Capital Casualty don't report your truck payments to the credit reporting agencies. That was one of their drawbacks. So when you buy your truck from a dealer, you know, there you'll get set up with a lender that will use a service called PayNet, and PayNet reports your payments to the credit bureaus for your business credit. You need that going forward to develop your business. So I think, the first truck as a rookie, you buy it through CREAT, that's fine. You get your insurance from Capital Casualty, that's fine. Your second truck, you should buy it from a dealer. And when you do that, Capital Casualty is no longer going to be able to provide you insurance because they have a $500,000 limitation. And the lenders often require 1 million. So you're going to have to get a different insurance anyways. And I recommend you check out OOIDA. I don't think you can beat that. So I'm very, very happy with that. I want to pass that on to everybody. So if you always wondered about insurance and you want better insurance, you want separate insurance from Capital Casualty, then I suggest you call OOIDA and review your options. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the internet.